All right, we are taxiing at Nellis in Nevada in the F-15E Strike Eagle. Welcome aboard. We are holding short here on the Burning Skies Command Center US servers. They have a kind of custom ATC script here, and it'll have you hold short of your runway and then give you clearance. All right, we've got clearance to head on. There's someone else holding short somewhere else. Let's get this thing on the runway and get rolling. Checking both ways, looks clear. Really like the custom ATC script. It encourages people to take off in the right directions. You get assessed demerit or infractions. If you can collect 3 infractions, you get kicked to the spectator screen. But as you'll see in this case, it didn't really help out. So here I am in VR, taking off. And what's that up ahead? I can... Whoa!
Pull up!
So that was the other guy who was taxiing or holding short, apparently not, ignoring all those cues to do the right thing. So I left it out of the video, but I had some words with him in SRS. He was very apologetic, and he seems like a really nice guy, so I don't hold it against him. And if he happens to be watching this, my apologies for being a little harsh. It seriously scared the crap out of me. A face full of F-16 flying right at me as I'm taking off. And yeah, so I literally did duck in VR. It didn't really show, but I kind of flinched downwards like it was going to help. But you know, instinctive, because in VR you're sitting in the cockpit, right? It's wrapped around you. That world is right there. Everything's 3D, and yeah. So anyway, a little bit of excitement. I survived, thankfully, because I have my survival bonus of 5 times the multiplier. I didn't want to lose. Gives you more experience points for your kills and missions that you accomplish. All right, so today we're going to be heading off to go and take out some enemy SAMs. Up at Bunker Place, I forget, what's it called? Where is it up there? Bunkerville. So we're going to Bunkerville.
Picture.
See if I can find where this enemy SAM radar was up there.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 300 range 182 miles, altitude 29,000 feet, pause.
So I dropped a couple of target points up there. These guys are chatty as that's fun. So I'm going to see if I can pick up enemy SAM radars using the scintillating returns you get using the high resolution map. But you do need to know roughly where they might be. So I didn't drop it right on them, but I know it's supposed to be somewhere in that area.
Infield 2, defending SAM at Moles 058 for 50.
Let's see what we got. Alright, so I don't see the telltale signs of a search radar here. So let's try my other search point. So far distance out, I find around 17 to 18,000 feet is a good target. Oh yeah, look at that. See that horizontal smear line? That is an enemy search radar. So you want to turn down, you freeze it, freeze the radar so it's not updating, and then you can adjust the gain down. You can get a good pinpoint, and you want to put that, switch to target mode and drop the target right just below where you can see it, like where the dot is, indicating the vehicle that's emitting the radar. So I have a target lined up. I've pushed it to one of my.
Second one engaging SA3 radar, I think, in the tree line near Bunkerville.
So I pushed it to a GBU-31. It's a 2,000-pound JDAM. Of course, unbeknownst to me, I'm on the wrong program. I'm on program 2. Program 3 or 4 is my JDAM, so I'll figure it out eventually. But I gotta push in closer anyway. But look at that, it's right in that tree line. You'd never see that. Right? The Strike Eagle high resolution map totally picked that guy out. So again, you learn how to use the weapon systems on this aircraft and you are going to do well. Do you see it? No, I don't either. So I'm getting kind of close and I'm like, why am I not getting my proper symbology? And I'm going to clue in here in a minute and get onto the right program. Because the SA, if I assumed, I thought it might be an SA3, but it's ultimately it's not. But those usually start firing at you at around 14 miles, 12 miles out, and I wasn't getting anything. Oh, wrong program, genius. There we go. And it's away. So you can kind of see that hot spot down there, but it's I have a white hot setting. But like you'd think that's anything of significance, right?
Picture.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 299, range 146 miles, altitude 47,000 feet, hot.
So my idea is I'm going to circle around, let that JDAM do its work, and then I'm going to push in and watch this. Oh, did you see it? Yeah, me either. But look at that. Direct hit. Direct hit. Again. I got to look up the name again. I keep forgetting it.
Shack that SAM radar at Bunkerville.
But yeah, you see, learn to use these systems, and they're very effective. Clouds also, like I get up high in the clouds, like if it's overcast, you can pick everything out. So yeah, I wanted to circle around, let the JDAM do its thing, make sure I'm not picking up any more, any new signatures on the radar warning receiver. And then start working the ground targets around there. There's still a lot of shore ads, but as long as I stay above 14,000 feet usually, it's good. If I dip down below towards 12,000, they'll usually start to engage me. And that's above ground level, right? And that has already got everything at least a couple thousand feet higher, barometric. Which sucks because the laser on my pod, the lantern is disabled above 25,000 feet barometric. So it does push me in a little bit closer to the ground targets for anything I want to laze. And thankfully on this server, I can call in a Reaper drone, tell it which laser code to use, and it'll drop a smoke on my targets and laze it for me. Alright, so I got
one engaging AN-26 east of Nevada state line.
Yeah, we got this enemy transport aircraft.
12,000.
It's Antonov. Gonna go take him out. Waiting for the range to close enough so I get the star at the bottom of the target designation box. Pretty much as sure as a hit, but even with these transports, I could launch now.
Second one, box 3, hostile AN-26.
So I'll offset, guide that missile in until it switches to self-seeking. You get a countdown on the lower right of the HUD. The countdown is until it goes active, and then you'll see it'll switch, and there'll be an M that appears. It shows that the missile is active on its own using medium PRF, which is all it does in DCS apparently. So, but typically it could do high PRF as well in real life. There we go. We got that M. It's tracking. I can disengage, go back, take out my ground targets. So today's loadout, I brought 3 GPU 31s. I got the B variants, that's the penetrator, if I recall correctly. 4 GPU 12 500-pound laser bombs, and 3 CBU 97 cluster munitions. That's the ones that shoot out the skeets. We'll go and see if we can.
Take 1/1/826.
We can go and clear out some of this stuff at this objective area. My main thing is I wanted to get rid of the air defenses, any man pads and stuff, but really hard to see on the FLIR what I'm hitting, so I use the cluster munitions and even the JDAMs. There you've got a good punch. They'll take out anything in the area. It's unarmored. So I was using the high-resolution map to try and see if I could pick out some more ground targets. I wasn't sure what that is. At the corner there of that little block of buildings, but I don't think it's anything. Thought, well, I'll push in a little bit closer, see if I can see something, but ultimately I think I'll have to switch to using the old eyeball out the canopy and see, look for those little marking dots to indicate where the enemy is on the ground. Because the FLIR is really going to have a hard time differentiating. Probably missed the AT FLIR from the Hornet. Actually took the Hornet up yesterday, coming back. Actually, I think it's to this area to clear out some more SAMs that had been built by the enemy. All right, so enough chatter. I saw the enemy on the ground, so I switched to a CBU 97. Got a nice cluster down there. Gonna keep maneuvering, make sure I'm not getting shot at. Crosshair is at the wrong spot though. Alright, see a bunch of stuff down there. Yeah, it was a little bit far from them. I'd really like to get those when corrected CBUs. What are they? CBU 105s? Oh, it's not too bad. Trying to see, okay, my mission. How many more do I gotta kill?
Picture.
So I'm using voice attack.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 3, range 14 miles, altitude 2,000 feet, cold.
To request picture, and all I do in that voice attack profile is it steps through the, pulls up the comms menu, presses F10, and then F1, so on and so forth to get what I want. I do like, again, on the server, he's got a custom script that will take the output from your calls to the ATC, sorry, the AWACS,
Picture.
and pipe the top threat through to your SRS radio.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 343, range 11 miles, altitude 2,000 feet, cold.
So I go looking for this guy. I don't think I wind up seeing it. It was like a helicopter or something. This happened actually a couple of times. I'd get a something really close, I'd go look down at 2,000 feet, and then I check, can't find it, call in again, and there's nothing there. So.
Picture.
That's it. It's gone.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 251, range 157 miles, altitude 22,000 feet, hot.
All right, let's get back to taking some ground targets out. So out in this field, we've got 2 clusters of enemy troops. Really hard to make them out on the flare. You can kind of see it there. Kind of white hot. So those lighter dots there are vehicles. There's probably some troops scattered in there too. I was originally going to go drop a couple of 2,000-pound JDAMs on them, which is why I have that page up. But in the end, I figured, well, I'll hang on to those in case I need them for a structure, because there's a bunch of structures around here I should be hitting with those. So I'll roll in with my CBU 97s, and we'll get a drop on those guys. You can see kind of that little smudge of gray dots there just above where the target designation is. Put the, there we go. Get a little bit closer. And we'll let that fall cue come down. And release. And pull away and do some countermeasures. Just see how that stuff goes, and then we got some more in the area we might be able to hit. well, that chime means I fulfilled my mission requirements. Still have some ordnance on the aircraft, so let's go and lighten the load, take out some more enemy. So I'm going to drop another 97 on this other cluster of enemy. I think they're right around there. As I get closer, I'll be able to pick them out and get the C-dip reticle on it. And so I'm holding the weapons release button and last one away. Pull up, bank off to the right. Dump some chaff and flares. Watch my handiwork. So I think I'll switch to the GBU-12s, see if I can identify some of the vehicles left down there and take them out. Kind of see one there. Alright, now we're getting lined up. Let's refine our aim a little bit. There it is. Play with the contrast a bit. Didn't really help. Alright. Good enough. It's annoying when you designate something, you lose the area track, and you gotta wiggle the TDC to get that back. Alright. And away it goes. Bank hard to the left. Get it on our 3 o'clock, and then we'll just guide it on in. And Shack. T90. It's a good kill. And look at that. We even got a... looks like we got an Igloo dude as well. That's a bonus. Alright, let's roll around. We got 3 more GBU-12s to go. Let's see what else we can find. Again, the contrast is not very good, so it's going to be a little tricky to pick this stuff out. think that's something over there. Looks like it could be. We'll drop a GBU 12, see if we get any results. Sometimes those could be just the heat left in a crater from a you know, the CPU 97 submunitions. I've seen that a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a... Oh yeah, look at that. It was something. Usually the hot spot is the part on the where the engine exhaust is. So it's pretty cool. They did a great job modeling this stuff. I know Eagle Dynamics got some flack for you know, not rolling it out as smoothly as, you know, people would have hoped. But I think at the end of the day, they did a great job getting the models sorted out. I know it took a while for it to get pushed to the Hornet, which is what I was flying at the time. And it's not ideal, but, you know, you deal with it and you move on. I'm not going to cry about it. All right, so I decided I'm going to use up one of my JDAMs. It's really hard to see what's down on the ground. So I got an area boxed in the... I can see the target dots up on the HUD. Designate that area, and then I'll just push that to one of my JDAMs. Switch over to the program. There we go. Dropped. Need to pull away and dump some countermeasures because I got a little low. Looks like we got a enemy aircraft close by.
Picture.
F5. Oh, yeah, where'd that guy come from?
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 225, range 13 miles, altitude 1,000 feet, cold.
Alright, well, look at that. Got a lot of infantry that were in the vicinity of that 2,000-pound JDAM. So it was good. It was a good drop.
Picture.
Those guys really don't show up on the FLIR on the Strike Eagle. So those spotting dots really help. All right, so I got to try and track down this F5. I have 3 AMRAMs left. I figure, yeah, F5, that'll be easy, right?
Picture.
Psycho 1-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 222, range 12 miles, altitude 2,000 feet, cold.
Psych 1-1, Box 3, enemy F5. South Bunkerville area.
Psycho, how's Bunker Hill looking? Is it pretty much cleaned up there or no?
No, lots to do still.
Alright, I'm en route.
That was Nomad 5-1. I chat him up a lot. So he's going to go and see what he can do. So this F5 is a real pain in the rear end, as you'll see. It's hard to tell. I suspect, but I could be wrong. But the way this guy kind of handled staying low and evading missiles, as you'll see, I'm almost wondering if this was someone flying it. I think Patreons can fly the F5 as a red, like as an aggressor, but I'm not sure.
Fox 3, enemy F5.
I could be totally wrong, but they did a good job.
Nellis, Tower, no, F51 taking off runway 22.
Like this guy dipped behind the hills, ditched my missile. I thought maybe I think Sam's got him or something, because I thought I saw some Sam trails coming out, but I don't think so. So I picked him up again on radar. So it's 2 AMRAMs gone. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this guy now.
Fox 3, F5 again.
It was nice and close. I'm like, this has got to be it. Nope.
Nomad 5-1.
So I was going to switch to guns, but the guns and the Strike Eagle for air-to-air,
Range 9 miles.
not the best, to say the least.
Hot.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Low altitude.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
See, then they
Low
see we got a
altitude.
friendly up there on the right. So I'm going to break off. I heard that radar lock, and I wanted to get out of his way. I think that's probably Nomad 5-1. Let's see if he could deal with this guy.
And Winchester on that F5, if you want to take.
Yep, I'll take.
So I don't know what wound up happening with the F5, if he got it, or Sam's, or if he just booked it out of the area. I don't know. But I was done.
Nomad 5-1. Magic 1-1. Enemy aircraft. Bearing 51. Range 53 miles. Altitude 1,000 feet. Hot.
I mean, AWACS lost sight of it. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just, you know, it's not like an all-seeing eye that can see everything. So if that F5 was booting around in between the hills, could miss it. So I was going to lend a hand, just kind of keep high cover on him, but I figured it's gone. I got to land. I'm getting low on fuel. Like, well, you know, I still have this one JDAM. If I ease it on over, I can target something over there and just take it out.
Psycho 1-1. Magic 1-1. Enemy aircraft.
One last check for enemy aircraft.
Range
Like, yeah, I'll follow him
59
behind
miles.
Nomad
Altitude 14,000 feet. Hot.
and just chuck this JDAM at something. Still have a couple of GBUs as well, GBU-12s. The fuel is pretty low, so I just wanted to, I thought it's close by, what, 30 miles or so. So I wanted to head over and see what I could find. I was going to see if I could take out like one of the structures or something. So the FLIR is still locked on the area where I did that last attack run. That green patch out to out ahead. So I figured I'd call in the Reaper, use that to drop my last couple of GBU-12s, so I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to find stuff. So to call in a Reaper, you type in the laser code you want. So I did 1688 space and then Reaper in a circle you can drop on the map, and that'll call in the Reaper, and it'll start lasing targets, dropping a red smoke on it, and yeah, it's really handy. Oh. Whoa, what's that?
I think there might be a SAM launcher down there.
Yep, locked me up and shot at me.
Yep. So we got an active SAM. I was just hanging around there. I guess they built one or did something. I was trying to figure out, okay, where did those launches come from? I thought that might be it there. The smoke trails kind of drifts away from the launch points. Of course, I'm getting locked up now, so I dropped my JDAM and I got to maneuver. I think the radar warning receiver showed it was an SA-3.
We got a JDAM drop on that launcher though. I don't know where that SA-3 came from. I thought I'd got them all.
And I saw from the chat spam there that Nomad 5-1 got shot down. Oh. See, it wasn't the SA-3. I don't think. Might have been just one of the launchers. All right, so here I'm using Scratchpad, and there's a mod that you can get for Scratchpad. I mention this whenever I use it. Very handy. So I drop the mark there. It grabs the coordinates. Type in the waypoint number that I want, and look at that, it'll program it in for me. Very handy. Then all I need to do now is key in my new waypoint. Boom. Now I'm navigating towards it. You can do that with target points as well. You just need to put a dot afterwards. So like with 40, if I wanted to make it a target point, I'd put 40 dot, and it would pop it in for me. It's very handy because from within VR, I don't have to drop out to do anything other than hit the map. You know, there's no desktop application I need to tab out to and everything. Because some of the other, there's a couple other programs that can do this, but some of them for a while, actually for a while, all of them needed you to tab out to the desktop. I think the Way has a VR capability now, but I'm not sure how well it works with the Strike Eagle. Like if you can have it automatically generate, like you can specify what waypoint number you want the way you can with Scratchpad with the mod. I always have a link to it in the Scratchpad mod in my video description notes. Worth a look.
So everyone knows, looks like there's an active SA-3 at Bunkerville. On the field south of the main city park.
Yeah, he got me.
There you go.
Yeah, he wasn't there. I was overflying there for quite a while. I don't know, maybe they were reloading or something, but I was like loitering around forever.
I mean, if I knew there was another SAM radar, I would have tried to figure out where it is using the high-resolution map again. That is what it is. So I'm going to head back to Nellis, get this thing down on the ground, and collect my experience and call it a night. I'm going to ditch my remaining GBU-12s. Look out below.
Nellis traffic, cycle 11 inbound runway 23 for an overhead left-hand brake.
That's one thing you need to do on these servers is establish yourself in the traffic pattern. You need to be within 5 miles of the airport and between 800 feet and 2,500 feet above ground level for the airport. So you need to maintain that for a little bit of time. So I've just been finding that doing the overhead brake landing pattern just times it all just right. Otherwise you're going to need to orbit around a little bit. I think you need to be in the pattern for like a minute or so. Now if you go above or below that, like while you're circling, you will fall out of the pattern and your timer resets, so just be aware of that. Gear down, flaps down. Let's get myself comfy in my chair. Almost. All right, that was good.
Nellis traffic, cycle 1, base final runway 22.
Nomad 5-1, Magic 1-1, enemy aircraft, bearing 37,
Low
range 49
altitude.
miles,
Low
altitude 3,000
altitude.
feet, hot.
There we go. All right, flaps up, speed brakes down. Let's drop that nose down and we'll get off the runway. Let Nomad 5-1 take off, and there's another guy waiting to go as well in a Harrier. Stinger, I think. Is that what that is? There he is over there.
Nellis traffic cycle 1 clear, runway 23.
Nellis traffic, Nomad 51, taking off runway 22.
Yeah, the ATC system says 22. The actual runway numbering is 23, so that's why we kind of flop back and forth like a bunch of amateurs. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit of a longer video, but it was a fun one. I just figured I'd do a little less chopping this time around, make it easier. I was curious to see if this guy was going to roll out in front of the Strike Eagle, but he didn't. Good job. Anyway, take care. Have fun. See you out there.